Kia ora guys, welcome back to my page. I've been carving up in the meat industry most of my life, heading on 40 years now. I started at school when I was 11 and I'm still going today. Anyway, before we get started and me adding some more content, I thought it would make a mean backdrop, me carving up a pig, you guys having a bit of a watch, and I could explain who I am, where I'm from, and why I'm putting all this content up. Let's start off with me whānau. As I said, my name's Douglas Solomon. I'm from the Hokianga. I was brought up down Utakura Valley in a little place called Marairo. My mountain is Whakarongorua, my river, Utakura, my marae, Mokanui Arangi. And my bloodline comes off Ngā Tuki Mata Whaurua. Although I identify myself as a very proud Maori, I also have Scandinavian and Welsh blood ties as well. On my mum's side, I come from Ngāti Maniapoto and Taranaki, and I come off the Ormsby Martin whānau from Pio Pio. So that's where I'm from whānau. I'm really proud of being from those places. Next I want to talk about the history of my trade and where these knives have been carving up. My inspiration was definitely from my dad. He was always throwing his knives around. Thought many times throughout the year that there wasn't a mutton hanging in the tree, or there was pork on the table. He taught me how to hunt, fish, dive, whilst my grandmother taught us how to live off the land. Dad was a freezing worker. He worked on the mutton chain for many years. His knives were like crystal blades, incredibly sharp, and he knew exactly what to do with them. And I wanted to play with them. I wanted to do with them. I wanted to be like my dad. To achieve that, I had to go away and earn my stripes. I got accepted into Manukau Technical Institute to become a young meat retailer in 1988. This course I was on was run by the Maori Affairs, called Trade Training. It started back in 1959, where our people wanted to educate our young up-and-coming Maori entrepreneurs and build our nation. So they started trade training in the carpentry industry. And as it started to work and succeed, and we had more of our tradesmen, Maori tradesmen, going into the workforce and building our nation, it started to expand. And it expanded into my year. I remember going into Manukau Tech, and there were 3 Pākehā and 3 Māori teachers, and they were brilliant. They knew their stuff biologically, scientifically, and basically, and taught us with heart, taught us with desire, taught us with passion, and turned me into what you see today. I'm a firm believer, whānau, that if you can't teach it simply, then you just don't know it well enough. So I done 1,000 hours at Manukau Tech and went out into the workforce and had to complete another 8,000 hours and 3 exams to ensure I became a qualified meat retailer. I achieved that in 1991, and I took it back to my marae. I took it back to my marae to show that anybody can do it. And it gave me great pride and privilege to stand in front of my uncles who I envied as a child, who I held as mentors, watching them do their work in the meat room, to being the person standing there doing the work and being in awe of what I'd learned from these 6 particular gentlemen at Manukau Tech. So kia ora whānau, 40 years have passed since I began at school to what you see now, and my ambition is to teach my people, show them simply how to do things, how to save money, how to take a course of action on how to put it from the paddock to the plate. You know, whānau, I know a lot of our whānau out there are struggling. You know, kai isn't cheap, food isn't cheap. And with COVID happening, it sort of put a lot of people on the back foot. My trade has kept my freezer full for almost 40 years. And it's been economical. My intent is to show you how I do it. As a qualified butcher, as an entrepreneur, as Maori. I also have skills in the gourmet line, but I want to keep everything rustic. I want to keep everything real on my channel. I don't want to use this as a pathway to fuel my ego, because I'm not into that whānau. You know, if I could teach one, I can teach all. Yeah, whānau, keep your kōrero or your comments positive. You know, keep me buzzing. Keep me buzzing, it just keeps coming, you know. And I'm going to show you how I do things, and, you know, and we'll just keep it real. Okay, whānau? So, kia ora. Now you know who I am, what I'm all about. More content's coming up, knife sharpening, all sorts of stuff, whānau. You're going to enjoy it. If you want anything done, holla. Kia ora whānau. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.